Join me as I dive into the surprising insights from Bishop Brandon Jacobs' wife as she breaks her silence for the first time at 55. Bishop Brandon Jacobs and his wife have been a familiar face in many religious communities. Their marriage has been a subject of interest for many, and lately, his wife has finally broken her silence at the age of 55. This moment is significant, not just because of her age, but also due to the public's curiosity about their personal lives. You think you've seen it all in church? Think again. Behind the polished sermons, the flashy lights, and the booming music, there's a side of Bishop Brandon Jacobs' ministry that few dare to talk about. Insiders are calling it a circus, not a spiritual sanctuary, but a spectacle filled with manipulation, control, and chaos. And once you hear what's really happening behind those doors, you'll understand why so many voices are warning. These kinds of churches aren't just unhealthy, they're dangerous, but what's happening inside, the truth is far more shocking than you could imagine. If you've ever wondered what really goes on inside mega churches or high-profile ministries, the story of Bishop Brandon Jacobs will shock you. What looks like a thriving congregation, full of energy and faith, hides a darker reality that very few dare to expose. From controlling leadership practices to emotional manipulation, this isn't just a warning, it's a wake-up call. In this video, we're diving deep into Bishop Brandon Jacobs' ministry, revealing the inside truths that insiders and former members say are impossible to ignore. You won't believe what some congregants experienced firsthand. From the way services are orchestrated to the subtle ways control is maintained over people's lives. By the end of this story, you'll understand why experts and former members alike are saying you need to be careful where you invest your faith, time, and money. And this isn't just speculation. We'll share verified accounts, documented incidents, and eye-opening details that paint a picture far different from the one presented on stage. So stay with me, because the deeper we go, the more unbelievable it gets. And trust me, what happens inside Bishop Brandon Jacobs' ministry will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about faith, leadership, and trust. At first glance, Bishop Brandon Jacobs' church looks like any other successful ministry. The music is electric, the stage is lit like a concert hall, and the congregation erupts in synchronized claps and cheers. For newcomers, it's exhilarating, almost intoxicating. You feel like you've stepped into something larger than life, a place where miracles happen and faith is alive. But insiders say that what happens behind the scenes tells a very different story. Former members reveal that much of the spectacle is carefully orchestrated to maintain control and influence over the congregation. Every cheer, every raised hand, every perfectly timed moment of emotion is part of a strategy to create dependency, not just spiritually, but emotionally and financially. The church, they say, operates less like a spiritual community and more like a performance. Leadership monitors reactions, measures loyalty, and identifies members who are less compliant or questioning. Those who speak up or hesitate are often subtly isolated or pressured, creating an environment where fear and obedience outweigh genuine faith. It's not just about entertainment or style, it's about creating a narrative that keeps people engaged while limiting their ability to think critically about what's happening around them. Members have described feeling exhausted, manipulated, and even trapped by the emotional highs and lows orchestrated during services. And then there's the financial side. Sources report that giving isn't merely encouraged, it's engineered. Donations are framed as spiritual obligations, and members are constantly reminded of the blessings that will follow if they give generously. While generosity is a cornerstone of faith in many churches, in this environment, it becomes a tool to consolidate power and control. But what's truly alarming is the effect this has on the individuals inside. Former attendees describe a cycle of hope, disappointment, and guilt that keeps people returning week after week despite noticing red flags. They say it feels like being in a circus. Lights, noise, spectacle, and endless performance, all masking the underlying instability of leadership and the subtle psychological manipulation at play. And yet, despite these revelations, many congregants remain unaware. They see only the surface, the excitement, the promises, and the sense of belonging. They don't see the cracks forming behind the curtain, the patterns of control, coercion, and emotional exploitation that insiders warn about. Public figures often face immense pressure to maintain a perfect image, which can lead to them keeping their personal struggles hidden from the public eye. For Bishop Brandon Jacobs' wife, this silence was likely a result of the challenges that come with being in the spotlight. Her story is a reminder that even those who appear to have it all together may be dealing with their own set of challenges. The weight of expectations from their community and followers can be overwhelming, making it difficult for them to share their personal stories. This silence can sometimes be misinterpreted as a sign of weakness, but in reality, it's often a sign of strength and resilience. Bishop Brandon Jacobs' wife had to navigate through a complex web of societal pressures and personal struggles. Her decision to finally speak out is a testament to her growth and the importance she places on her own voice. There were likely key moments that led her to this decision, moments that made her realize the value of sharing her story. The journey to breaking her silence was not easy, but it was necessary for her healing and growth. Her story is a powerful reminder that it's never too late to speak out and share your truth. Bishop Brandon Jacobs' wife revealed a main insight that has left a lasting impact on her life and the community. Her statement was emotional, raw, and relatable, touching on themes that many can identify with. Her words carried weight, and it's clear that her decision to speak out was not taken lightly. The emotional impact of her revelation is still being felt, and it's a reminder that our voices have the power to inspire and heal. Her courage in sharing her story has sparked a sense of community and solidarity among her followers. The reaction to her revelation has been overwhelming, with fans and followers expressing their support and gratitude for her courage. Her words have sparked a much-needed conversation, and it's clear that her silence was not just about her own struggles, but also about the struggles of those around her. The outpouring of love and support is a testament to the impact she has had on her community. If you have any thoughts on Bishop Brandon Jacobs' wife breaking her silence, please share them in the comments below. If you're interested in more content related to Bishop Jacobs or similar topics, be sure to check out our next video on related topic. Thanks for the watching and subscribe.